The West military group worked relentlessly, striking with precision in the Kupyansk direction. Their coordinated assault destroyed a fortified Ukrainian position, leaving nothing but smoke and shattered defenses behind. Once again in the Krasnoarmeysk direction, Russian forces struck with precision, destroying a Ukrainian UAV command post. The impact tore through the facility, cutting off enemy drone coordination and leaving the site engulfed in smoke. One, two, three. A massive blast tore through Kharkov. A Kh-38 missile from the Russian Air Force struck the Ukrainian command post. Aerial footage shows the building collapsing and shattering, reduced to nothing but rubble. Day and night, the battle in Dnipropetrovsk rages across the skies and the land. Russian drone operators strike with precision, destroying enemy combat vehicles, tanks, copters, and ground-based tracked UAVs. They also target the equipment Ukraine uses to extend signal range, and one by one, those systems are being silenced. What remains is the steady roar of engines and the hum of Russian drones dominating both air and ground. Oregon crews of the 288th Artillery Brigade from the West Force Group kept pounding enemy combat vehicles with relentless salvos, rockets streaking across the sky and turning metal into fire and wreckage on the ground. According to a combat vehicle commander with the call sign Petruka, Reconnaissance spotted an enemy artillery mount, coordinates were relayed, and the crew moved to the target. We worked from above, and they reported by radio that the target had been hit. A terse confirmation that the barrage had done its job, and the front line had shifted once more. In the Krasnoarmeysk direction, Russian forces eliminated 2 fortified Ukrainian strongpoints. The attack began with a powerful artillery barrage as shells were fired in rapid succession, striking multiple positions at once. Explosions erupted across the area, tearing through trenches and bunkers until both enemy fortifications were completely destroyed. Reconnaissance troops of the Zapad Group's 6th Army discovered a concealed cluster of Ukrainian infantry fighting vehicles on the northern outskirts of Kupyansk and Uzlovoy. FPV drone operators swiftly deployed fiber-optic UAV, striking with precision and destroying 5 vehicles positioned along the railway and forest belt. Objective control footage captured the explosions in detail, showing the detonation of ammunition from the 116th Separate Mechanized Brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces. The drone war in the skies is heating up. Incredible footage shows an intense duel in the air. Russian combat drones hunt down and destroy reconnaissance drones belonging to the Ukrainian armed forces in multiple directions. Every strike is captured clearly, precise, swift, and deadly. In the Kharkov direction of the Zaporizhzhia region, tension filled the air as an airborne unit from Novorossiysk remained on high alert. Suddenly, radar screens lit up. Enemy attack UAV were approaching fast. Without hesitation, the crew of the Strela 10M surface-to-air missile system swung into action. Seconds later, 2 streaks of fire cut across the cloudy sky. Both targets were hit in rapid succession, bursting into flames before crashing to the ground. In the southern outskirts of Kupyansk, the FPV drone operators of the Zapad group of forces continued their relentless hunt, targeting Ukrainian vehicles caught in the open. Within moments, Russian drones descended upon them with deadly accuracy. One after another, the targets were struck: a US-made Humvee, an M13 armored fighting vehicle, a Novator armored carrier, and a pickup truck, all reduced to wreckage under the burning sky. Russian drones continue to strike relentlessly across multiple fronts. In the Dnipropetrovsk region, attack drone operators of the Vostok group of forces incinerated a towed howitzer of the Ukrainian armed forces, leaving behind a smoldering wreck. Meanwhile, in the skies over Konstantinovka, FPV drones from the Yug group of forces hunted down and eliminated 2 tanks, a Polish-made PT-91 Twardý and a T-80, turning them into blazing metal hulks. Further south, Reconnaissance FPV units from the 58th Combined Arms Army targeted and destroyed Ukrainian hardware and a robotic platform in the Zaporizhzhia region, ensuring no high-tech asset escaped their watchful eyes. Then reconnaissance UAV of the Center Group's 1st Separate Guards Motorized Rifle Brigade uncovered camouflaged armed force of Ukraine positions in the Krasnoarmeysk direction. Moments later, specialists from the Rubicon Center launched a series of powerful drone and electronic warfare strikes, hitting Ukrainian hardware, artillery guns, robotic systems, and temporary deployment zones. They also disabled communication and EW systems, and even brought down enemy UAV across the Special Military Operations Zone, another display of how Russia's drone warfare continues to dominate the battlefield. Amazing! The devastating strike of the Fab 3000 UMPK bomb shook the positions of the Ukrainian armed forces in Mirnograd. A powerful explosion echoed across the battlefield. Shocking footage. Look, a Russian strike hits a Ukrainian thermal power plant. From the Zaporizhzhia region, here is footage from the recently liberated community of Novospaynovskoye. Smoke still rises high, and the traces of battle have not yet completely faded. In the sky and on the ground, fierce duels continue. Artillery fires back and forth, drones circle in search of targets, and heavy blasts echo without pause. The camera captures every moment of tension. Speed, strategy, and courage intertwine in the intense close-quarters combat on the Zaporizhzhia front line. In the Zaporizhzhia region, the thunder of artillery echoed across the landscape as the 35th Army of the Vostok group of forces unleashed a powerful strike. Their precise fire tore through Ukrainian defensive positions, obliterating engineering fortifications and electronic warfare systems that had been shielding enemy units. The coordinated bombardment left no room for escape. Manpower positions were engulfed in explosions, and the ground trembled under the relentless barrage. Reconnaissance operations near Mala Tokmachka, Zaporizhzhia region, concluded with a precise strike on Ukrainian positions. Drone operators successfully targeted an enemy BMP, neutralizing it with just 2 UAVs. In another area, Russian units knocked out 2 additional combat vehicles and eliminated a Ukrainian robotic platform used to transport ammunition and supplies to the front. FPV drones of the Irish unit hunted Ukrainian forces on the outskirts of Pokrovsk. In a series of precise strikes, they eliminated several enemy fighters within the city, destroyed a 122mm 2S1 Gvozdika self-propelled howitzer, and hit an abandoned BTR-4E armored vehicle, along with a pickup truck. The operation left the area littered with wrecked equipment and silenced positions, marking another successful mission for the unit. A thrilling action unfolds in the Lyman direction. A fiber-optic drone speeds forward, destroying a Ukrainian Humvee with deadly precision. Here's an extraordinary capture from the Rubicon unit, showcasing the power of their drones on the battlefield. One by one, enemy vehicles fall. Pickups, NRTKs, ATVs, cars, Humvees, APC, and even M113. Enemy defensive positions are leveled with astonishing precision. The strikes don't stop on the ground. Self-propelled artillery, D-30, BMP, Kozak, and enemy communication systems, including antennas and Starlink devices, are destroyed in front of the camera. Even DJI Mavic reconnaissance drones aren't spared. Every moment demonstrates high coordination and accuracy. Explosion after explosion lights up the sky and the terrain, while Baba Yaga, heavy weapons and critical defense systems, is systematically neutralized. The Rubicon unit shows how technology and strategy combine to dominate the battlefield. From the air to the ground, from vehicles to communication systems, every target is destroyed with remarkable precision. This footage captures the intensity of modern warfare, where speed, tactics, and meticulous execution determine the outcome of every second. That's all for today's update. Thanks for watching, and don't miss our upcoming videos.